Hi everybody, this is Alex. I wanted to just make a really short video on how I came up with these two Mother's Day cards. I wanted to show you that I made them using the Wild Card cart. Getting more familiar with this cart, and it's been really fun. But there was a couple tricks that I used that I wanted to share with you just in case you might want to do something similar. Okay, first off, really quick, I went ahead and used the doily cut, which is on page 52. And the one thing about the Wild Card cart is that you need to cut the envelope first, okay? And I already folded up this envelope, but obviously it would be, when you cut it out, it would be completely unfolded. Use the Fit to Page feature on your Cricut. Load your paper. Let the Cricut determine what size the envelope is going to be. In my case, the envelope was 5 inches. And so once you know that measurement, write it down so you don't forget. And any other cuts that you're going to make using the doily cut or on the doily page would be cut at 5 inches. Okay. Now the next thing I did though, oh wait a minute. So then I went ahead and cut the actual card. Okay. Oops. The actual card, which is really, really cute. It's doily cut because it looks like a doily. It has little holes all the way around. And the other side, it doesn't. Okay, you're going to fold it along the score lines. You can use a liner if you like, which I did that with this brown and blue card. If you use the blackout feature, the card feature, and using the blackout, you'll get a cut that's like this with no holes in it on both sides. And what I did was cut it in half and then just glued it here so that when I close my card, I can see that decorative paper poking out from the little holes. Okay, so that's how I did that. So 5 inches would be my cut because it needs to match my envelope. The next thing I did, I didn't use any other cuts on that page, but what I wanted to do was put a layer on top. And I noticed that on this page there weren't any solid circles. They have kind of a donut cut, but that's not what I was looking for. So I thought for sure they'd have a solid circle cut somewhere. And sure enough, on the page right before it, which is called a pinwheel cut, the liner is a solid circle, okay? And so I wound up having to do a little finessing and figuring out what size I needed. I tried 5 inches and that didn't work because remember, it doesn't pertain to your measurement would only be carried over if you were going to use the rest of the page, okay? Anything on the rest of the page. So when I went to another page, the 5 inches didn't really apply, so I had to figure out what this was going to be. So 5 inches didn't work, it was too small. I went up to 6 inches and that's what was perfect, okay? And see the hole there? That was my 6-inch hole, which, you know, it's funny because it's not really 6 inches because if you measure from here to here, that's not 6 inches. But I think with the Cricut, I think we have all figured out that the measurements aren't exactly correct as far as like math. But anyway, so I went ahead and cut out my layer that I wanted on top, and it fit just perfectly so that all I have is my little doily peekaboo cuts around. I was able to add ribbon. This paper that I use is pretty thin, so I just glued my ribbon across and then just cut it on the sides before I glued it to my card. Made a bow. Put that on with a glue dot, used a stamp from Stampin' Up! And a punch from Stampin' Up! To add my sentiment. And then also, you're probably wondering where this cut came from, the cut that says Mother. I have the Shortcuts a Lot software, and I really like it for when I can't find what I want on a Cricut cartridge. And I was able to cut that out. If you have any questions on the Shortcuts A Lot software, leave a comment on my blog and I can give you some pointers on where you can get some tutorials if you're interested in that software. I really like it. I will tell you it's a learning curve, and you kind of need to be a person that likes to mess around with computers. It takes a little bit longer. I think the Gypsy is more for someone that just wants to use their carts and create within that, and it's a little bit more user-friendly. The Shortcuts A Lot is good. I like it a lot, and I've used it a lot for custom cuts and creating even my own shapes and cutting on vinyl, and like putting sentiments on walls with vinyl. But it does take a little bit more of a learning curve. But there's some great tutorials out there. If you're interested, let me know. Okay, well, I think I gave you the tips that I wanted to out of these 2 cards that I made with the wild card card. And thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.